Hello and welcome to the Feather Cottage with Dee. Tonight I get to share some exciting news. Buster went to the doctor today and the cancer on his tongue, the doctor feels like he got it all. It has not returned. So we're very, very thankful for that. Dr. Day said he didn't think that Buster would be alive today and that he was thrilled to see him alive. He said that it very well could manifest somewhere else in his body, but at this moment, he's okay, and he wants to see him in a month. So we just thank you so much for all your prayers, and we thank the Lord for answering the prayers. The end of last week, I was struggling really hard with the thought that I was going to have to put Buster down this week, and it got where I couldn't even say his name without crying, much less look at him or anything else, because I was just going to be so lost without him. My husband, I guess I kind of was driving batty, and so he told me that I needed to find another puppy. And he'd been telling me this ever since we found out that Buster had cancer. And that was like telling me to replace Buster. And there was just no way to replace Buster. And so I wouldn't budge. I wanted to spend my time with Buster and be with him and make sure he was okay and all. Well, 2 weeks ago, I was on Facebook Marketplace and I found a really cute bench that I ended up putting up at our camper. Went to pick the bench up from the lady, Christy, and while we were there, 2 Cocker Spaniels came across the street, and they were so cute. And she said they were her daughters and that they had puppies that they were selling. And she called her daughter and had her daughter bring them over for me to see. There was 2 little black ones and a little brown one. They were all girls. Well, the little brown one just stole my heart. So I told her I needed to talk to my husband about it first and that I would get back with her. Well, then I'd heard about them shedding and all this other stuff, and I still at that point was not ready to give up on Buster. So I called her back and told her that, I wouldn't be getting one right now. But I appreciated it. So this past week, as I said, I cried every time I even thought about Buster, much less said his name or saw him, because such an empty spot is going to be when I have to put him down. Well, my husband Thursday night told me that I needed to find another dog, or he was going to find me a dog, and I didn't want him to find me a dog. I needed to bond with the dog. So I prayed about it because, again, I just didn't want to be replacing Buster. And Friday, when I was headed back to Indiana, he asked me if I had talked to the lady that had the Cockers. And I said, no. I said, I'm sure that they're gone, because they were so cute. He said, well, call her and see. So I said, okay, if we're supposed to have this and this is God's will, they'll be there. But if they're not, leave me alone. I'm getting another dog right now. And he said, deal. So I called, and the little chocolate Cocker was still available. Well, on my way there, I stopped at the ATM and got the money and went and picked up the little chocolate Cocker. We were naming her Nola because, of course, New Orleans and the Saints and all this. So Nola was just a proper little name. Well, that was Friday, so we called her Nola on Friday night, and Saturday morning, my husband let her out, and he came back in, and he said, honey, we have a problem. And I said, what's that? And he said, we can't call him Nola. And I was like, him? And he picked him up and he said, yes, it's a little boy. Well, Buster had growled at it, but I didn't know why. Well, it was because it was a little boy. So we have spent the last 4 days trying to come up with a name for a little boy because we just had in our head we were getting a little girl. But I wanted the chocolate cocker. And when I spoke to the breeder, she texted to make sure everything was going great. And I told her, yeah, that he was doing really good. And she said, oh, well, I'm so sorry. I really thought it was a little girl, And we're like, that's okay. We will keep him. We're happy with him. So I would like to introduce to you, this is Sweet Jazz. And we're going to call him Jazzy. He's 9 weeks old. And he went to the doctor today, too, and got a perfect checkup and gets his shots November 9th. But he's just a little lover, and we have had so much fun with him. He's already potty trained to the paper, which has been an issue with Buster. We did not potty train him to the paper. He always goes outside. But with my husband working 12 hours, he's not home at the camper to let Buster out. So I have not been able to ever leave Buster there with him because there was nobody there to let him out unless I'm there. This little guy going potty on the pad, he'll be able to spend some time with Daddy too. So that worked out really, really good. I'm going to add some footage here of just the fun we've had the last 4 days with him. And he is so funny. He has a little personality. He'll whine, let you know he has to go potty if you don't have him where he can go. Excuse me. And he has played tug of war with our neighbor at the campground's dog. He slept all the way home. I'm going to put some of that in there and just let you see his little personality. But I just wanted to come on really quick and let you all know that God is so good, and he has blessed me, one, with my sweet Buster, at the moment, not having the cancer on his tongue. That doesn't mean that he doesn't have the cancer somewhere else. We just don't know. But the lab results and everything, he wasn't supposed to be here. And as I said, the vet did not think he would be here today. And he was very happy that he was, because he's had Buster since he was a little bitty. At any rate, I just want to thank you all for coming by. I want to thank you all for your prayers. They are so, so appreciated. And I will be getting on here again tomorrow and sharing more Christmas stuff and some DIYs and stuff that's coming up in the next week or so. So thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. Thank you for subscribing. And if you're new to this channel, I'd love for you to subscribe. The last couple of weeks have been pretty rough with Buster and everything. And just a few weeks before that, I too lost one of my very best friends suddenly. So it's just been rough. And my mother-in-law had been in the hospital. So everything just kind of hit at one time, and I've been a little bit wackadoodle trying to keep everything together. But God is answering prayer, and I'm very thankful. I'm very, very thankful. So I'm going to let you all go and watch the rest of these little clips that I'll add at the end. And I wish you all a great and blessed day, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Bye-bye. Jazzy, what are you doing? Is you having fun? You like your new bed? Huh? Do you like your new bed?
Just right size for me.
You gonna help me paint?
I'm gonna chew on this.
Says you paint like this, Mom. You're so funny. Well, I hope you enjoyed those few little clips. Like I said, he has a little personality, and he has brought so much joy to us. I'm going to tell you goodbye again, and thank you again for stopping by the Feathered Cottage. If you aren't subscribed, we would love for you to be part of our family. And for those who have subscribed, my channel is slowly growing, and I just really, really appreciate it so very much, and thank you all. I will see you in the next video. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.